My name is Lisa Reinhardt, and I am the Senior Manager of Learning and Organizational Development, and I work for the CCS companies.
My name is Bussola Malvo. I'm the Vice President of Human Resources, and I work for the CCS companies.
The leadership program at the CCS companies is called LEAD, Leadership, Exploration, and Development. It focuses on 4 main leadership areas: becoming a leader, building effective teams, leading for peak performance, and developing others. Now, most traditional leadership programs are delivered over several consecutive days, but our program is actually delivered as 90-minute classes, 1 topic per month. And that enables our leaders to still maintain supervisor coverage on the floor so that we can conduct business as usual. Our leadership curriculum takes a full year for our leaders to actually complete. It's not just a one-and-done type of class, it's a leadership journey that they participate in. And they have lots of opportunities between classes to practice and apply what they're learning in each class. And when we get back together, we actually get to check in and see how things went. Was it successful? Did they have any challenges along the way? So for our leaders, for our supervisors and managers who have to go through the program, this is a great opportunity for them to have a self-discovery experience as they're going through the program. So our leadership curriculum was created to provide our supervisors and managers with the development resources that they need in order to be successful leaders. So in many cases, we have associates who are promoted into leadership roles based on their performance, but in most cases, they don't have any formal leadership experience. So we wanted to create this program to address that need. So anytime a new leader comes on board, we're able to provide them with the tools that they need to be successful. And we even have a manager's portal that we've created which provides some just-in-time learning opportunities for them, things that'll help them with performance management, things like writing SMART goals, managing performance for optimal results, and even best hiring practices.
And what precipitated the program was the fact that the CCS companies had been around for 50 years, and we want to be around for at least 50 more. And I think it was Marshall Goldsmith that said, what brought us to this point will not take us where we want to go. And we realized that fairly early in the process, and what we decided to do was create a learning and development culture and create what we call the CCS University. So Lisa actually joined our company about 2 years ago now.
Yes.
And created the entire program from scratch. And what we were trying to do, at least what senior leadership, their hope was, we think we're really good with deploying our strategy. What we're not great at is kind of mentoring and engaging our people. And how do you do that? You do that through leaders. So you've got to train the leaders first, and that's where Lisa came in.
So the target audience for our program is the supervisors and managers who are the actual participants. It's mandatory for them to participate in the program, but we actually also open the program up to their managers because we wanted them to have an opportunity to hear the messages that we were sharing and to learn and speak the same language that those supervisors and managers were hearing. So we actually have several directors and assistant vice presidents that are going through the program as well, and that helps them to reinforce that learning back on the job. But in addition to the participants in the program, the other people that are impacted by it are also the team members, the workers, the associates at CCS, and also our clients and our customers. Because being able to provide leadership capabilities to our frontline leaders has an impact on the entire organization. It improves engagement, motivation, and ultimately productivity. Well, I think the biggest thing is our program is an instructor-led program, and there are a lot of different components to it. We have pre-work, so there might be a book that the participant needs to read, or an article, or maybe a video they need to watch. There are a lot of different components to the class itself. There's handouts, a participant workbook, there's group activities and exercises, job aids. We even have real-time polling that we include in the class, and that makes for a really engaging learning experience. But when we do our makeup classes, just because there's fewer participants, we typically do those as virtual classes. So the experience for those learners isn't the same. So one of the lessons that I've learned is that we need to really focus on making that experience as impactful for the learner as who's attending the instructor-led version. So I think that it's really been a great experience for everyone who's going to the class, and they've been able to actually go back and apply what they've learned from the learning.
I think return on investment is measured multifold. So first of all, we look at the direct impact. So has productivity increased? Because that's one of the main goals of the program. And from year to year, we have seen an increase in productivity. Mm-hmm. We have seen a reduction in employee turnover. Mm-hmm. We have also seen, and this is more anecdotal, but associates are beginning to speak the language. You can see them kind of light up. You can see them take ownership. Mm-hmm. Whereas we had leaders coming to HR for pretty much every situation, every employee relations situation. We're seeing them manage that a lot better and only escalate the more harder, complicated employee relations issues. Also, halfway through the program, we surveyed participants, and we had one manager say that it's just increased her overall effectiveness of her as a leader, but mm-hmm. also her team. Her collection goal, because we are, again, a business process outsourcing accounts receivable company, so her collection goal from the prior year was, they met it at 64%. And after going through the LEAD program, or halfway through the program, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Her collection goal was at 114%. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that speaks volumes for the program. Also,
Mm-hmm.
we survey all of our associates each year. It goes along with our performance appraisal or year-end performance appraisal cycle, mm-hmm. and they all have to provide us with feedback on their leaders. And I go through the entire 500, maybe about 200 or so surveys, and just the feedback that I received from the year prior to LEAD starting, mm-hmm. and a year after all of our leaders, all of our frontline leaders have gone through LEAD, is phenomenal. You can just see that the prior year I was getting a lot of feedback about communication. So my leader doesn't mm-hmm. communicate with me, they don't clarify what my goals are, and now it was more of, well, I need my leader to continue communicating with mm-hmm. me. I want them to continue to have team building sessions during our team meetings. So I think it's been impactful throughout the organization. Pretty mm-hmm. proud of it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely improved communication, fewer conflict issues, fewer corrective actions, improved customer satisfaction. So overall, it really has been a positive experience for participants and for the organization. So we actually are in the process of designing LEAD Squared, which is going to be the follow-up program to LEAD. And LEAD Squared stands for Leadership Exploration and Development, Leveraging Experiential Activities for Development. So the learners are going to play a more active role in the process for LEAD Squared, and we're actually going to kind of play on and help reinforce what they learned in the original LEAD program, and build some additional leadership capabilities with them as well.
You can kind of think of it as a graduate degree program. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the learning that will take place will be through kind of a cohort orientation. Mm-hmm. So it's lots of peer-to-peer learning, it's lots of research prior to class, it's lots of coming in and sharing best practices. So kind of turbocharging our current LEAD program.
Mm-hmm. I think this experience this week has been remarkable. This is our first time attending LEAD 2018, and just from the speakers that we listened to yesterday, there was just so much passion, so much energy, so much inspiration from everything that they talked about. You can really tell that they have a commitment to leadership, and it's really been a very positive experience for me, and I'm really excited to take back to our organization what I learned and share that with everyone there as well.
I second that. It's one of the best conferences that I've attended. Mm-hmm. I was so inspired by all of the speakers yesterday, and just, Lisa, I think we were both just scribbling mm-hmm. furiously, taking notes, because mm-hmm. there's so many things that we would like to go and apply at work. And the other thing was just meeting all of the different experts and professionals here, it was so humbling. I mean, everyone is so accomplished, so willing to share their best practices. It was definitely 2 days well spent.